So a lot has been happening within the ecosystem in the last couple of days. We've had some updates on SHIB Eternity and SHIB Burns. And there have also been talks that SHIB might be approaching a price rally. We'll be talking in depth about all of these updates in today's video, so make sure to keep watching. Welcome back to the channel, SHIB Army. And thanks for joining in for another video. If you are new to the channel, you are most welcome. On this channel, I post daily updates about the Shiba Inu token. So if that's something that you're interested in, consider joining the family by subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so that you never miss another video. Now let's get into today's video. Analysts say that Shiba Inu might be on a price rally soon. And this has a lot to do with the giant strides that the crypto project has made since it was launched. There are 3 tokens within the ecosystem, all of which are doing relatively well in the market. And then we have a number of significant projects that are currently in development, all of which have really great prospects. According to analysts, one of the projects that analysts seem really positive about is the metaverse. Some of these analysts have pointed to the fact that Shiba Inu was able to get a world-class visualization studio to design and develop its metaphors. So basically, the fact that the third floor is designing and developing the metaverse is enough for these analysts to trust that the metaverse would be nothing short of perfection. But Shiba Inu built a partnership with the third floor is not all that is sparking the confidence. There's also the fact that Shiba Inu was able to land a partnership with one of Marvel's long-term collaborators to work on the metaverse as well. So we have a combination of the third floor and a Marvel Cinematic Universe collaborator working on the Shiba Inu metaphors. So of course, it will spark confidence. As you probably already know, the metaverse is not the only Shiba Inu project that has experienced and skilled hands working on it. Other projects, including Shibarium, SHIB Eternity, and even Wendy have really experienced hands working on them, experienced enough that even analysts are positive about what the launch of these projects could do to the ecosystem. Yeah, it's looking like we are headed for a bullish run soon. How are you preparing for that? Moving on from that, Shytoshi has revealed an update to Shiba Inu's burn mechanism, which will also help to boost SHIB's prices. He mentioned on Twitter that there will be burns from the game period. Upcoming details will explain why Shiba Eternity is powerful, challenging, great for SHIB holders, and SHIB burns them once the blockchain version is released. The real question is, where will you be on download way? A number of things were mentioned here that probably need a bit of explaining. First off, he mentioned that there will be burns from the game period, which has to mean that the game Shiba Eternity will contribute to SHIB burns. This should make a lot of Shiba Inu investors happy, especially those that have been hounding the dev team to contribute more to burning SHIB tokens. Something else he mentioned was that we'll be getting more details on the game soon. And those updates will show to us how powerful the game is and why it is great for SHIB and its holders. Apparently, not only will the game be beneficial for SHIB and its holders, it will also be beneficial for Shibozi holders and Shibarium as well once it is launched. Of course, this sounds pretty interesting. And I really wanted to see how it is fleshed out. He ended his tweet with a question asking whether we were ready for download day. For those who don't remember, a couple of weeks back Shytoshi proposed a download day, which is supposed to be a day when lots of Shiba Inu download SHIB Eternity. The idea here is that with many people downloading the game at the same time, it tells the app stores that the game is hot, which pushes it to the top of the list. So download date is definitely something that a lot of us should get into. Still, speaking of Shiba Eternity, it's been announced that Australia could be the last test location. The game was test launched in Vietnam a couple of weeks back, and Australia is the only other country that has gotten that privilege. When asked whether the game will be test launched in any country in Europe, Shytoshi mentioned that Australia would be the last location and the next launch would be the actual launch on download day. Something else that you wanted to know is that businesses can now accept leash while getting paid in fiat. This is something that Now Payments has made possible in collaboration with Switcher. So basically, this collaboration allows for auto conversion where businesses can receive payments in crypto but receive it as fiat. It's brilliant. That said, SHIB might be approaching bear territory. SHIB bulls have to stand up if the price will stay away from a bearish zone. According to FX Street, currently, the self-proclaimed Doge killer fluctuates beneath the recently breached 8-day exponential and 21-day simple moving averages. The moving averages are colliding, and if market conditions persist, a bearish death cross will occur. However, the situation is not completely bleak, as there is still potential for SHIB to reroute for short-term gains and then breach its current lows. At least that's what analysts think. But for this to happen, bulls will have to work really hard in such a short time. That said, while we expect this to happen, it is important as a trader to bear in mind that things could go south. However, this is not financial advice. Whatever you decide to do with your tokens, though, consider checking out FairDesk. They allow for seamless transactions and also offers some really great bonuses that you could do with, including a 4% bonus on your first 3-day transactions. That said, let's now get to talking about the general crypto market. But before we get into that, this channel has a monthly giveaway of 10 million SHIB for a chance to participate in the giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. Shibana, good luck. So the White House has announced a new regulatory framework for crypto, which is its first, by the way. The major thrust of the framework is to stop fraudulent transactions and money laundering, which has become quite popular using digital assets because of the anonymity and lack of footprints. According to Cryptopolitan, an exclusive section of the White House's new framework details measures to eliminate illegal activities in the industry. This section emphasizes that the president will retain the right to call upon Congress to amend anti-tip-off status as the Bank Secrecy Act and pass any laws against unlicensed money transfers. The president can also call Congress to evaluate any crypto exchanges or NFT platforms. What this means is that the government has the power to pass a bill to regulate any digital assets platform or DeFi at any time. Yup. So every digital assets platform or DeFi that operates in the US has to be really careful henceforth to avoid getting axed unexpectedly. The framework also mentions that the president is looking to influence the Congress to increase penalties for unlicensed money transfers. So there's that. Speaking of what's next, Cryptopolitan writes that the new framework also includes a fact sheet describing the next steps for the US government. The Treasury Department will conduct a risk assessment of DeFi services, which will be completed by the end of February 2023. There's also an assessment of non-fungible tokens in place by the end of July next year. One last thing before we call it a day here, finance expert Luke Roman just mentioned that the United States could gain some benefits from viewing Bitcoin as an asset and not a threat. In his opinion, if China and Russia, the US as economic rivals, decided to pile up on their gold, Bitcoin would really come in handy for the US. And this is especially true because China and Russia stocking up on gold could lead to a blow up in the bonds market. Making digital assets the US is best bet. Grauman mentioned all of this in a podcast hosted by Natalie Brunell. And interestingly, the podcast happened just days after the US posted its crypto framework, a framework that gives the government the power to wake up one morning and clamp down on digital asset platforms and DeFi. So it really does look like the US is scared of digital assets, afraid that they'll usurp the dollar. Maybe. What do you think? And is there any sense in what Grauman said? Please tell us what you think in the comment section below. With that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please like this video, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.